Alright, so 21 Bridges is a new, solely produced film by Joe and Anthony Russo and stars Chadwick Boseman, Sienna Miller, J.K. Simmons, Stephen James, Taylor Kirch, and after Chadwick Boseman's character goes off to find a pair of cop killers, he closes down all 21 bridges leaving out of Manhattan, and he has one night to get them all before time runs out in this one night. Now, I'm a huge fan of Chadwick Boseman. I've been a huge fan of his since 42, and I was really excited for this film because the trailers were great, and I love Chadwick Boseman, and I really love this kind of genre. And so I was really excited for this film. There was a lot of expectations to be met, and when the reviews started coming out, they were getting not bombed, but they were getting not so positive reviews, and that kind of tempered my expectations a little bit. But going into this film, what I can say is that there is some good and there is some bad in this film. The bad is what we're going to start off with this time because it is a paint by numbers cop thriller, and if this isn't the type of film for you, then this movie won't work for you. But for me, it worked really well. I think Chadwick Boseman did his best in this film. Sienna Miller did a great job, and J.K. Simmons as well. And I also like the character interaction between all three of them. The only characters that didn't work for me so much were Taylor Kitsch's and Stephen James in this film. I think those characters were one-dimensional, and you kind of got a sense of what they were after, but you didn't get a fledged character background on these two. But they did the best that they can, just like Chadwick, Sienna, and J.K. And I really enjoyed some of the action sequences in this film. I think it was handled the best way that they can, especially during a shootout scene in the city towards the end of the film. I think that was a great action sequence. Everything in between is kind of forgettable and kind of cliche at times. I dozed off a couple times in this film. I think this film is a solid action thriller with some pacing issues that I wish could have been fleshed out a little bit more. You don't get a lot of characterization with Chadwick Boseman's character. The only thing you know about is that his father was killed in the force, and now he's taking care of his mom, and that's as far as it goes. Because right after you get a little bit of that, you get thrown into this action where it can go two different directions. It can go in a really bad and cliched way, or it can be really solid or really good. And I really lean towards the solid part in this film because I really do enjoy this film a lot. I think the pacing issues in this film really did dumb the film a little bit down for me, but overall I enjoyed the action sequences. I think Chadwick Boseman did a pretty good job in this film for the material that he was handed. And if this is the material that we get from Joe and Anthony Russo outside of the MCU, I'm really intrigued to see what they produce next. Because even though they didn't direct this film, they did produce it, and I really enjoy what they did with this film as far as producing goes. So hopefully they do a better job next time. But overall, it's really solid. It's really fun. And if you enjoy this type of film, then this is going to be the film for you. If you don't, you might want to give it a chance, but initially you won't really like this film. But I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend this film if you are the type of person that likes this kind of genre. I'm going to go ahead and give 21 Bridges a 7 out of 10. Is 21 Bridges a perfect film? No, it's not, but it's really solid. It's fun. There are some moments in this film that will gravitate you. There are some cheesy one-liners in this film that really did take me out of the film, but overall, pretty solid, pretty fun. Not perfect, not a great movie, but solid and enjoyable for the holiday seasons. And if you like this review, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. I have a couple of reviews coming out as well. I'm going to be reviewing A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I'm really excited to talk about that movie because I really enjoyed the documentary on Mr. Rogers, and I can't wait to see that movie. And I've also been thinking about releasing my Terminator Dark Fate review. That's probably going to be coming out soon. Hopefully you guys enjoy that review. And until next time, this is Josie Reviews.